channel. So today I'm going to do my pan those eyeshadows. I was hoping to have a few more pans to share with you. I do have one new pan to share, so we will be rolling in one new shade today, but I was really hoping to have at least two, but we're not quite there yet. I actually have mostly pan those eyeshadows, shadows on my eyes today. This is the second time I've done this look this week. I'm kind of enjoying this look. I don't know if it goes with the red. But we're going with it. We're going with it. So I'm working on 6 shades. One is always going to be a ColourPop single of mine because I did depot a lot of my eyeshadows. And we're actually going to go to that one first because it's the one I've used the least, unfortunately. So it is the shade Side to Side. This was from the Sweet Talk palette, which I don't think is available anymore. But this is what it's looking like. I've only used it 2 times since the last update. So definitely the one that I've used the least. I definitely could have used it today, but I did not wish to. So my goal is either 20 uses or hit pan. I'm not there yet, so we will keep this one in. I've actually used this 10 times in total now, so we've got 10 more uses or hit pan. I'm wondering, maybe I could actually hit pan before the 10 uses. I keep saying I'm not going to, but I might be able to. Right, that's what that one looks like right there. We are going to swatch as we go because I always forget to swatch until right at the end. We're going to swatch as we go. So it's like a champagne-y, warm tone champagne shade. Okay, next up is from a Juvia's Place. This is from the Bronze Rustic palette. These shades don't have shade names, but I am working on this matte right here, and this one I've used 3 times. No, I've had it in 2 months now, so I've used it 3 times this month. I don't know if you're going to notice anything. There's really not much going on in this pan. I used it 3 times the previous time, so I've used it 6 times in total so far. I know this one took me quite a lot of use, but I was using a thin brush for that one. I'm using more of a fluffy brush with this one, so it might even take me a little bit longer, to be fair. This one, I do have it right at my outer V, very lightly though. It's not super dark, even though it's the darkest shade in this palette. It's actually not a very dark shade. And I really like how it works with the rest of this. And that's what that one is looking like. Okay, and then I have a bunch where I've used them 4 times, so we'll go with the ones that are not a pan. So let's start with this one. This is the Let's Get Nude from Gloss Gods. I'm working on the shade Golden Hour, and it is basically the shimmer that is all over my lids here. It is gold, but it also has a flip of like white. It has like a white base, but there's like gold to it. I don't know if you're gonna notice that, but it is a really, really fun shade. And it is this one right here. So you can see, there's a little bit more of a disturbance there. But yeah, I used it 4 times this month, and this is the first month that I've had it in the project. So I think by next month I will have a pan in it for sure. Ooh, it is vibrant. And that is that swatched out. You can see how vibrant it is, and hopefully you can see the little flip. I don't know what that flip is. There. Ooh, it's like got a little purple pink to it. Very pretty. Okay, then we also have a shade from my Jewels and Gem palette from Odens. This one, I was hoping to have a pan in this. This one I've had in the project a little bit now, and I've been working on the shade Ecstasy. It's a really powdery, sort of easy matte for me to wear. It's a very light lilac shade right here, and I used it 4 times this last month. I've used it 9 times in total since I've rolled it in. I actually thought I had it in 3 months, but only 2 months as well. So yeah, nine times in 2 months. I think hopefully I'll have a pan next time. I really was trying to get a pan because I don't know, can you like see? There is quite, I don't know if you can notice, but there is quite a little dent forming. There you go. That's a little bit better. There's quite a little, lovely little crater forming in that one. I do have it on the lids today. It's basically the first shade that I went into, but I don't think you're going to notice it too much unless you like are up close and personal and stare at me, which none of you can, thankfully. And that is what it looks like. So you can see all of those kind of look pretty good together. Okay, and then we have my Menagerie palette. This is the Killer Purr, and this is the one where I've hit pan in. So I used it 4 times, and I've been working on this shade, and I have hit pan. So in total, it took me 14 uses in this project to hit pan, which I think is pretty decent. It was quite a fluffy, powdery matte, so it wasn't super hard. I also went in with a more of a bigger, fuller brush too. And so, I don't know, I guess I was able to get through quite a lot of product. But as soon as I started working on this and I saw that there was a lot of kick up, I think I was like, okay, this is definitely something I can hit pan on. It wasn't one of those like really stiff formulas. So there it is right there, and obviously I'm going to put it on this hand because I'm rolling it out. Okay, and then the last shade that I have to talk about is from my Avatar Lethal Cosmetics palette. This is the water palette. I keep forgetting what the names are of all of these because I'm just working on all of them. And I've been working on Agna Kella, which is this blue up here. This one I've used a total of 6 times, and it is what I have in my inner corner. I actually really enjoy it, but no pan, but you can see it definitely a dent is forming, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna take too long to hit pan. I have to say, these are definitely not very stiff formulas, so you know, the shimmers are quite, I would say, a little bit crumbly and still beautiful, but I just think it's quite an easy type of formula to hit pan on, it seems, especially with the way that I'm using it, which is mostly in my inner corner. And so if I was trying to hit pan on one of these, I think it'd be a little bit harder. But yeah, this one's been much easier because I've been able to pair it with a lot of different looks. But yeah, I think hopefully I'll have it by next time too. So that is my current color story, really quite pretty. And honestly, I have all of these shades on my lids aside from the first one, which is the ColourPop single. So I've been really enjoying this color story. All right, so here we go. We're gonna pick a new eyeshadow palette, and then I will pick a shade. And let's get something that we haven't used in a while. Let's try to do that. SheGlam Virtuous Virgo. Okay, that's a green palette. I can't get away from my greens. All right, so she looks like this. I got it because I'm a Virgo. So yeah, no judgments, please. Okay, and that's what that looks like. Okay, so I actually really like this color story. It's a really nice grungy, green, murky, chartreusey color story. And this unfortunately is more of a glitter shade. It's not one of, I was hoping, I don't know why I was hoping it was gonna be like a lovely, beautiful metallic shimmer, but it's a glitter. So the rest of these are just satin based, and then obviously we've got mattes. I don't really know. I've got some use out of this one, and this is quite a pretty shade too, but really it's kind of up in the air as to what I'm going to try to hit pan on. I think I'm gonna roll in this one because I do have my Earthly palette from Beauty Bay, and all of the shades that I'm working on are pretty much all mattes at the moment. There aren't any shimmery green shades yet that I'm trying to hit pan on. So I think because I'm working with quite a lot of green mattes, it'd be nice to have a shimmer green, even though it's more of a satin based. I do like this shade, so let me just swatch this for you. Yeah, it is quite a fun color. So okay, yeah, we're gonna go with that one, and it's called Faithful. So that one will be rolling in. So I'm gonna have some more like neutrals with the green and like grassy vibes, you know, earthy vibes, and then it kind of goes into your cool tones at the end there. So kind of a fun color story. I still don't know why I have 6 shades. Like, why haven't I reduced it down? It's just like something that I've done now, and I just haven't changed it. But it seems to be working fine. So yeah, and honestly, I feel like this one, and this one, all 3 of these, I'm going to have a pan in, hopefully by next update. So then I'll just have these 3 rolling into the new year, if you think about it. And that might be a little bit interesting because they're all sort of, they will go together in a way. So there's like 2 different looks here, basically. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go for that. So we will be rolling in this one. It'd be nice to get a little bit more use out of it, get a pan in it, if I can do that in under 20 uses, which I think I probably can. So yeah, rolling this one out, rolling the green in. Not too much change, but I think next update will have quite a massive one. I'm hoping for. I was hoping to have at least 2 today. It didn't happen. I could have 3 next time. Ooh, fingers crossed. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I will see you all next time. Bye.